The skill shown in this video is a soccer penalty kick. Penalties can be performed during the game or during a penalty shootout to determine the victorious team from a drawn match, which was mainly seen in finals games. Penalty kicks can put the player in a daunting position, as there are many key components to kick to get right while being under pressure. These will be explained shortly. This video has been developed to help set up a 4-week training program, which will hopefully have you kicking successful penalty kicks. For the ball positioning, the ball needs to be placed on the penalty mark using the hands. The ideal ball position should be placed on a tuft of grass instead of a ditch. Having a raised ball means there is a better chance of clearance when contact is made with the ball. The run-up for a penalty kick is important for the power and velocity of the ball once contact is made. When running up to take the penalty, a wide or straight approach can be done. Normally the run-up involves 3 steps with 1 step to either side for an angled approach. Majority of players commonly use an angled approach as it allows for greater leg range of motion and overall better ball contact. Foot positioning in the lead up to ball contact is when the non-striking foot is planted on the ground for stability. Once run-up is completed, on the final stride the non-striking foot is placed next to the ball with its toes pointed in the direction of the desired outcome. When contacting the ball, the instep of the foot or laces is the ideal contact point. The instep of the foot has a hard bone, which is the primary contact point. Ideally, the instep or laces should contact the bottom side of the ball. This contact position allows the ball to be kicked in the air hard and fast, while making contact with the ball higher up or in the midline will result with the ball being driven along the ground. After contact with the ball is made, the follow-through needs to be completed. The follow-through begins from the point of foot to ball contact. As contact is made, the hip should square as the striking leg swings through towards the target aimed at. The striking leg should follow through low straight with the foot flexed with toes pointed. Performance of the penalty kick can be measured in several different ways, including accuracy, power, and outcome. Accuracy can be measured by telling the learner whether to aim each shot for approximately 5 shots at goal. The total number of shots accurately made should improve as the learner improves through Fitz-Imposner's 3-stage model. These stages include the cognitive stage, the associative stage, and finally the autonomous stage. After 4 weeks of training, the learner should be capable of successfully executing a penalty kick at least 3 out of 5 times in the retention test. Retention tests are used to determine the extent to which the level of performance achieved can be reproduced after a period of non-use of the skill. For the soccer penalty kick, a retention test of 5 penalties 2 weeks after completing the 4-week training program should be used. This test will show the level of learning that remains for the skill disseparation. Transfer tests are a means to assess the ability aspect of the performance changes related to learning. A transfer test that recommended for a soccer penalty kick learner involves introducing crowds and changes in weather. This can include wind, rain, and humidity. As shown, even just the sound effects playing whilst the learner completes the skill can show how the skill can be transferred. Argumented feedback is chosen for the soccer penalty kick as it helps to achieve skill acquisition goals faster and improves motivation. Sources of argumented feedback include auditory, visual, movement kinematics in addition to biofeedback. From these sources of feedback, the use of visual aids such as YouTube videos for the penalty kick executed successfully or videos of the learner's execution is a great method of giving feedback to the learner. Frequency of feedback is the main difference between dependency and skill success. Summary, average, bandwidth, and self-selected are all types of feedback frequency. For the soccer penalty kick, summary feedback is used as it is given after a series of trials to provide the learner with information about the attempts. Summary feedback also provides the dependency producing defects. For the penalty kick, Feedback can be summarised after 5 trials, which can be increased or decreased depending on the learner's achievements. The distribution of practice for the penalty kick will be divided up between 3 days of training, with each session lasting between an hour to an hour and a half. The length of each session includes warm-up, cool-down, drills and rest intervals. Overall, distributed practice means practice with greater rest intervals should be followed when planning training sessions. In addition to needing to implement distributed practice, it is also necessary to practice the penalty kick skill as a whole skill rather than in segments. Blocked versus random practice is something else that needs to be implemented. For the penalty kick, ideally practice should progress from blocked to random. This transition is needed as blocked practice is ideal for introducing the new skill to a learner, while random practice will improve the learner's confidence in executing the skill. The main drill that should be implemented into training sessions for the soccer penalty kick involves the goals, goalkeeper and learner partaking in the drill. To set up the drill, 2 bibs need to be tied to the goal net. To set up the appropriate distance, have the goalkeeper stand on the goal line in line with the ball on the penalty mark. With the goalkeeper standing with arms spread, have the keeper dive to each side and place a bib where the keeper can reach. This can be seen on the video. Once the bibs are seen, you now have the optimal aiming spots for the learner. This drill can be completed with or without the goalkeeper defending the goals. Introducing the goalkeeper will increase the difficulty. Another drill that can be used to develop the learner's penalty kick involves setting up 2 cones or markers approximately 3 to 4 feet from the 2 front goal posts. Have the learner take roughly 5 penalty shots, having them aim between the cones and goal posts, not in the centre. To modify this drill, have a scoring system. For example, both corners at the bottom are worth 3 points, upper corners are worth 5 points, while any balls shot through the centre are worth only 1. After 4 weeks of training and modifying drills accordingly to the learner's performance, the learner should have moved through Fitz and Posner's model of learning from the cognitive stage to the autonomous. Although the learner should realise that even the soccer professionals make mistakes, as shown with Mark Viduka missing his penalty shot during the penalty shootout between Australia and Uruguay. Although Viduka shows that even the pros make mistakes, after completing a 4-week program, you should be able to shoot the winning penalty just like John Aloisi did, putting the Australia into the FIFA World Cup in 2005-2006.